Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I want to thank everyone that has liked, commented, and subscribed to my YouTube videos thus far. It has been greatly appreciated, all the love shown. Today's video is going to be about the details of my particular NACA journey as far as the money. I'll also be answering some of the comments and questions that I received on my other videos that I have posted. If you guys have any more questions or comments, please don't hesitate to leave them down below in the comment section. So without further ado, I'm going to get into the particulars of my NACA loan. So my loan amount was $219,000. My interest rate was 3.875%. My monthly principal and interest was $1,029.82. My escrow is $260.71, and what's included in the escrow is my property taxes and my homeowners insurance, and that all goes to the bank for a total of $1,290.53, and that's monthly. So the other fee that I have to pay with my particular house is $50 a month to my homeowners association. The cash that I had to bring to closing was $3,016.54. Now, of course, I couldn't bring cash. They make you bring a certified cashier's check. Can't even do a personal check. They want a certified cashier's check for your closing costs. And then I'm going to tell you guys, so with the NACA loan, you can either do a 15-year loan or you could do a 30-year loan. I decided to go with a 30-year loan for my particular home, and if I was to pay just a minimum required funds for 30 years, I will have paid $372,000 for my home. Of that, $153,000 will be just interest charges, and that's at a rate of 3.875 for the next 30 years. Now this part here, I'm going to go on and tell you guys, well, answer questions that I received in the comments. So someone said, asked me, was there any closing costs associated with NACA? Now, technically, no. With NACA costs, the closing cost is minimum required funds, and they're much less than what you would pay through a traditional loan program. Those minimum required funds vary from person to person. I have minimum required funds because NACA told me that what I could afford a month was my purchase price, not a month. My purchase price would have to be $211,000. As I stated, my home was $219,000. So I had to buy down my interest rate enough to where the monthly payments would be equal at $219 and at $211. So that's why I had to pay the $3,000 because it was to buy down my interest rate. If you guys need some more clarity on that, please don't hesitate to ask. I hope that I explained that really well. And I'm going to go on to the next question. Someone asked me, was I able to give the verification of employment and the verification of rental form in myself, or did NACA send it? So in order to prevent like fraud, NACA doesn't allow you to send it in. They require that you give them the contact information for whoever's at your job or whoever's at the rental company or the place that you're renting from. So you have to allow them to send it directly to the person, and then the person has to send it directly back to them. Somebody asked what was my interest rate, which and they also asked that I have to buy down. So my the interest rate at the time when I was purchasing my home was 4.375. As I stated, I brought my interest rate down to 3.875, and I did that so that my monthly payments could be within an affordable budget that NACA had predetermined. Someone asked who my counselor was. As I stated before, I'm in the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia. I actually went to Baltimore because they were able to get me in more quickly as far as my appointments. And my initial counselor was Sam Kispe, I think his name is. But he wasn't mortgage loan officer certified. So once I was ready to go through credit access, I had to be transferred to a gentleman named Robert. because he was mortgage loan officer certified, and he was the one that could like sign all my documents. And one person I could say was vital in the processing of my loan was the Baltimore office manager, and his name is Cole Williams. And like the things that Sam and Robert couldn't do, Cole was able to do because he had a lot more contacts within the NACA program, and he also just had a lot more knowledge about the NACA program. I'm guessing because he worked for NACA longer than Sam and Robert, who definitely tried their best and helped me out a lot. As far as, so someone asked, did I have any issues with student loans, and forbearance in particular? So I didn't really have any problems. That was one of the things that I was scared of when I started on my own personal NACA journey. But you just basically have to get a letter stating how much your payments would be once you were out of forbearance. So you have to get a letter from your student loan company. And you have to be on an income-based repayment plans when, like, if you're going through the NACA program. That's just the only type of program, payment plan that they accept. So based on an income-based repayment plan, they want to know what your monthly payments will be once you're out of forbearance. For me, I just started to pay it off because I just wanted to make sure that I would be able to manage my monthly payment as well as the money that I had to pay for my mortgage and insurance and everything else like that, if that makes sense. And then someone else asked me, did I start the program in another state, and did they make me do anything extra? Now, technically, I did start the program when I was in another state, but I had to wait till, like, well, I don't know if I necessarily had to, but I waited till I moved to Maryland because they need to go off your income, and they can't go off the income from out of state. Now, if you were out of state and you're planning on purchasing in that same state where you're already living, but you just went to a program someplace else, you'll be fine. But I was out of state, and I planned on purchasing in a different state. So they needed to make sure that I had income in the state that I was planning on purchasing, in, unless it's a commutable distance. And I forgot how many miles they qualified as a commutable distance. But mine was over 200 miles, so that wasn't something that they would even consider. So usually once you move, they try to make you wait a year. But because I have a profession, they didn't make me wait the year, and my salary stayed the same. So they just made me wait until I got the official offer letter from my job and something detailing my salary. And then they also made me wait for my pay stubs. I think it was like my first 2 pay stubs, like 30 days worth of pay stubs. I had to show them from my new job, which didn't take too long. So that worked out in my favor. But they just want to make sure that you have stable income in a state where you're purchasing or in a state within commutable distance. Those are all the questions that I received, but I want to say thank you guys for watching this video, and please don't hesitate if you have any questions or concerns. I hope that I was able to answer every question that was in the comments, and if I didn't, please ask me down below. My next video will be detailing like how my NACA journey has been thus far as being a homeowner, and I'll even try to show you guys some of the documents that I received. I want to say that, tell you guys, I don't know if I told you this in a previous video, but I did not receive my closing disclosure until the day that I was closing. It was a whole bunch of confusion. They gave me the clear to close on January 1st, but I didn't receive my closing disclosure till January 4th, which was my closing date. Like, I received it a few hours before it was time for me to close. If you guys have any questions or comments, please comment down below. And thank you guys again for watching.